about to go into a commercial audition and I'm going to start leaking at the very moment that the audition is supposed to be.
I'm coming to you straight from week 4. I did it. It's been 4 weeks and it feels like 4 months. But that's just what it is, isn't it? It's Groundhog Day every day. And this week has been an interesting one. I feel like we started to get into the groove of things and then we went through a regression, because that's what happens, yeah. Put a little jewelry on to feel like a real human. Didn't do much. I think I've done more in this week than I have any other week so far. I mean, it's only been 4 weeks, so I don't know what I expect of myself. But last week I did stand up, and this week
I'm about to go into a commercial audition and I'm going to start leaking at the very moment that the audition is supposed to be. So now I'm going to go into the back seat and pump and hope that these people walking up and down the street don't see my tits. This is next level. It's like, do I take the risk and do the audition and just hope that I don't leak, or do I be responsible? I kind of want to take the risk, but I also have to pee and I can't trust that my body won't leak out that way. Okay, now I'm pumping in the back seat. I'm pumping in the back seat because the problem with some commercial auditions, there's a guy there. Just go, oh God. Oh, he decided to look around at this very moment. You don't know if they're going to be running behind. And a lot of the time they are running behind. So it's like, how much do I pump? I didn't know if to take the risk. So here we are, pumping in the car. It's about 89 degrees outside. I'm gonna start sweating, but grateful for the audition. I'm grateful for the audition. What a gamble. I'm the type of person that I always think that like I can push it to the limit. So like if I know my meter's up, I won't go out and pay it, and I'll see if I can push it till 5 more minutes and see if I get a ticket. And I keep doing that with my body since pregnancy, and it hasn't been working out for me. The first day I peed my pants walking down the hall. I've leaked many times and ruined a lot of clothes. I've gone on walks where I think that I'm fine, and then there's milk all over my shirts. And then I also turned on a tap when I knew I had to pee and peed all over the floor. So I've learned my lesson that I can't be over here taking risks, especially in an audition room. I mean, it'd be a good story. Maybe they'd cast me. I don't know the lines also. I'm not prepared for this, so we'll see how it goes. But I really need the money. That's why I'm doing this. I need the money so bad. I thought that a guy was ticketing me, but turns out he was just sitting on his car having a cigarette, looking at my license plate, and I ran out being like, hi! And he was like, what? And I was like, oh, I thought you were a ticket guy. Oopsies. So the paranoia and anxiety is high today. Oh my God, that was so hard to remember the words. I should have spent more time on it, but I didn't have time and I couldn't remember the tagline, and now I walk out being like, oh my God, what did I do? I just fucked it up. People are never gonna hire me again. But then I also have a 2-week-old. Okay, I might have lied and I said I have a 2-week-old, but I actually have a 4-week-old, but that's just what came out of my mouth. To be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm not good at this. I haven't slept. Okay, bye.
I have a friend's bachelorette that I am debating going to, which I know sounds absolutely insane. But my husband said that he can look after him during the day if I want to go for a couple of hours. I don't have the energy. I feel that you're very irresponsible going to somebody's bachelorette. But at the same time, I'm like, maybe it'll make me feel more normal. Because it's only been 4 weeks and I feel like it's been 4 months, I'm like, am I immature? What is wrong with me? I feel like, okay, I've completed it. I've done the task. And that's what I realize about a baby is there's no end, which obviously I knew that before I had the baby and when I decided to have a baby. But when I'm in it, I feel like I am in 9th grade and I'm like, okay, well, I did all my exams. So are we done now? Or like I've done 4 weeks of exams. So can I go play? When do I get to play? Do I get to play yet? That just means that I'm going to have a very hard time with this transition. And I don't know what it's going to be like. Okay, I would get a little break for an hour, maybe step into the world of fun, of adults doing adult things, and maybe it'll be more normal when I get home. Like, they say happy mom, happy baby, but I think by that they mean sleeping. And I'm like, happy mom, a glass of wine, happy baby? Maybe that. So maybe it'll help me in the long run. Am I making up excuses? Yeah. Con, I'm leaving my newborn and I feel guilty about it. Pro, my husband is very hands-on and knows the baby just like I do. Con, I have to pump and dump. Pro, I get freedom. God. I mean, I already have gone to grocery stores. And I actually ran into a friend at a grocery store and he had his 6-month-old. And his wife was like, oh my God, I can't believe you're out of the house already. And I was like, is this bad? Am I not supposed to be? She was like, no, I was just so dead tired that I couldn't leave the house until like month 2. And I've been able to leave my house since day 5. So I'm either pushing it and in denial and I'm about to really, really crash, or I'm just super, super social. So I think after all that, I'm going to go. I'm not going to be crazy. It's a pool party during the day. By pool party, I mean like 7 girls. I feel guilty. Maybe I won't go. Maybe I won't actually tell you what I do because I feel bad about it. All right. This is the day after my fun-filled day and I feel exhausted, but I also feel rejuvenated in a strange sort of way. Bachelorette, I was a good girl. I had 2 glasses of Prosecco, and don't worry, I dumped for all the judgy people. Not that you're judgy, I'm projecting and judging myself. You know what the nicest part was? To just not focus on me and my baby and my family. It was nice to actually just zone out and focus on somebody else other than, okay, I guess that's literally what I do all the time with the baby, but you know what I mean? Like, it was nice to celebrate someone and hear about what they're up to and going through and them planning their wedding instead of like me planning when to breastfeed and if to do formula and how many times he's pooed today. And the audition, as I said, I did not do well, but it was, I feel like I've succeeded a lot this week.
Okay, that audition that I thought that I butchered, I got a call back. So now I'm going in to do the callback with 3 hours sleep. Last night, he was up the whole time. Even this morning, he woke up at 6. I was like, okay, maybe I can, get him down at 7, and then he wakes up at 7:44. I am so grateful that I have a free doula through LA Care because she came and helped, and obviously my husband helped, but it is, I have no idea. I butchered the lines the last audition. I have no idea how I'm going to do now because I've got an even less amount of sleep. So we'll see how this goes. I just pumped in the car and there's this guy in front of me who's like smoking a cigarette like this, like it's a joint, and I had to like hide my nipples because I was like, this is the type of guy that I think would want to see a nursing boob, or maybe really against it. Maybe he really hates it, but this stance is out of control. I'm going to show you. I'm going to pretend I'm vlogging right now. Oh, I'm going to do this into the mirror and then perfect. And then, oh shit. Okay, that one went much better because I prepared, but I was freezing cold and I couldn't get into the groove. And then they were like, will you cut your hair? And I'm going to tell you something. I was like, yeah, I'll cut my hair. I haven't had a trim in a long time. They're like, a bob. And I was like, listen, Rob, we're going to have to talk about that. So at least my personality came out. I had an opportunity to get my personality out instead of being nervous. And then I put my hair up and they're like, oh, it's much better when it's up. I was like, okay, men. Anyways, I prepared, I felt better, and I actually was better off of 0 sleep than I was off of a good sleep. But it just shows that I have to like work harder to memorize lines. But to be honest, I don't even know like how many times I can do these in the room auditions because I'm very grateful that I got a call back. And it turns out a lot of these women butchered the actual auditions, which was very comforting. But I don't know, like, I feel like I'm not representing myself properly if I go in and I can't memorize the lines, or if I don't get the lines right or do a good job. Callbacks I got to do, but maybe that's the sacrifice I have to make, is just tell my agents I can't be doing in the room auditions right now because I just don't have the mental bandwidth. But then I'm also very desperate because I need money, and if it pays well, which this pays pretty decent, then I really need the job. So it's like, where do I set my boundary to not create a bad reputation for myself, being like, oh, she bombs auditions, but then also still trying to work so that I can support my family. But at the same time, how do I even make that work? I am on unemployment, but I get $300 every 2 weeks. So that's when this becomes important. But then it's like, how do I leave the baby? If I booked it, do I leave the baby? I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh God.